Hey everyone, it's Mama Stash. I'm here with this beautiful Tuesday of May 14th of 2013. I'm here with the angelic rainbow energies of all of the rays. And I'm here to do an intuitive reading for a friend of mine. I'm going to leave his name private because he has asked me to do so. But I was going to make the video private, but I think that this question that he has come to me about can really help a lot of you. This friend of mine came to me about a relationship with a woman that he has in his life currently. They were in a relationship together in a past life, and they had some unfinished business. Now, the reason I thought this was going to be helpful for many of you is that there are many of us now that are coming back into contact with people from our past. And this is on a lot of levels. It may be from our past lives, but it may also be just from a past relationship in this life, and something that maybe wasn't completely taken care of or completely cleared the first time around. Now, basically he reached out to me because I discovered that they had this past life connection in a previous reading that I did for him a long time ago. And he's really just getting to the point where it's kind of driving him crazy because he really doesn't understand why it can't work for him and this person to be together, or I guess he's wanting to understand if possibly there is a possibility that it could still work together, not for them to be together. Now, this is a difficult subject because there are so many different levels of relationships and what purpose or role that they serve us right now in our lives. Now, just because him and this woman, in their past had been together and perhaps there was some unfinished business, when we come back this time around, we're supposed to, tie up those loose ends and heal those old wounds. Now, unfortunately, when they were together, it was quite tumultuous, and there was a lot of ups and downs and a lot of roller coaster type emotions and behaviors that happened with both of them. And basically what I had told him in the last reading that I did for him was that, the work had been done, the healing that needed to, or the roles that they needed to play in each other's lives had been fulfilled, and that, in this life it wasn't necessarily necessary for them to be together. Now, since 2013 has started, there's been a lot of changes because a lot of old past karma has been transmuted, and not even so much transmuted that a lot of cycles have just come to an end. We've kind of entered into this new paradigm in 2013 where there are literally no more rules, and for many of us there's literally no more karma, or the karma, I didn't say no more karma, that's terrible grammar, but there isn't the karma that existed before December 21st of 2012 no longer exists. So I see why he would ask me this question again. Now that the rules have changed a little bit, is there still a possibility for him and this person to be together, or is there still possibly some more unfinished business? And what I am feeling from this is that the fact that he had already released this person and accepted the role that she played in his life and was willing to say, okay, maybe it's not what I had expected or hoped it to be, but I'm going to accept what it was and the lessons that I was given, and realize, whatever this relationship had to serve me was what it was meant to serve. And like they always say, if something is truly yours, when you let it go, it will come back to you. Now, I believe that because you were so willing to let go and accept whatever role this woman had played in your life and take it at that, I think because you were so willingly and open and not clinging to the past and clinging to an expectation, that really you have kind of established a clean slate, nightingales, a new foundation. So I believe that the reason that this woman is still in your heart and on your mind is that perhaps there's a new chapter in both of your lives that needs to be discovered. Now, I don't know where she stands with you at this time, but I can only, like I always say, I don't like to get too nosy, although you did give me permission. There's still only so much I can tap into about another person's feelings, because I can only pick up on what a person projects out. What I can tell you right now about this person is that she's projecting out a level of loneliness, of longing, of almost a sorrow within her solitude. I believe she's gone on a path of independence and personal healing within, like you yourself have. And now that she has reached this point of completion with going within, which I believe you have done as well, there's still this sense of longing for each other. So before I may have told you that yes, your work is done and yes, you have played the roles that you need in each other's lives, I believe there's a whole new level now that can be accessed. That, you know, I believe that this person and you are at a point where you both went separately and did the growth, and now you have this solid, stable foundation to start anew. Now, my suggestion for you, the only thing that you can do is continue to live in your highest truth, live your inner truth, live your inner happiness, and that if you and her are meant to be together again, if she is also doing the same thing, then she will be reattracted to you again. Now, I can tell you for certain you are on her mind, and not even just on the mind, but you are in her heart, which is the most important thing of all. So, I hope that that brings you a little sense of clarity, that these feelings of her still being in your heart and on your mind are valid and very true. And like I said, that she too is also feeling the same thing as well. I've got quite a few birds that just showed up here, and they're asking me to pull a card for you about this. So I'm going to pull a card that will represent what best guidance can be given to you. I'm working with the Angels of Atlantis, which I think is pretty fitting, because I know you have some connections to Egypt, and Egypt and Atlantis are essentially one and the same mystery school in a lot of ways. If you call it a mystery school, a civilization, you can call it a period in time. But they have some guidance for you, and this guidance is going to be what you need to do and what you need to know most right now to make this happen. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so the card that I pulled was Hanael with Willpower. Now, I've never pulled this card today, but this makes so much sense. That really all that is needed is your willpower to make this happen, and the belief that you have within to make this happen. So let's see what Hanael says about willpower. So it says, just like the great whales of the ocean's deep, swimming in Mother Earth's tears, you are asked to bring willpower to your life in order to achieve the possibility of glory. The ancient souls of these beautiful sea creatures bring them to the flow of the universe. This reminds us that all is well in the divine matrix, and so take heart from their example. If your will is not currently flowing for you, ask Hanael for loving assistance, and you will feel the ruby ray force flooding through you, giving you such strength of purpose and healing that you will once again feel clear to emit your magnificence in the world. Chant Om 3 times for greater clarity. And this is just so perfect, because what this card is really saying is that all that you need is the belief and the faith and the willpower within to achieve anything, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's the career that you want, whether it's just that inner serenity that we all feel that we're missing so much. Just have faith, just be powerful and stand in your power. There's will and power, and the reason it's called willpower is you have to have the will together with the inner power, that personal strength to make things happen. So if you want her back in your life, then believe it and manifest it and make it happen. And if she wants it, and if it's meant to be, and you really are truly meant to come together within, then the puzzle pieces are in the best placement that they've ever been, and that now is the time. So don't doubt, don't look back, and have faith that if she is really meant to be back, that she will find her way back to you. Know that you don't need any type of intervention, that you don't need to go out of your way to make this thing happen. that if it's true and it's part of the divine blueprint and your master plan, then it will be. And I believe that it will. So just be. So I hope this was helpful for all of you. I'll be back with more messages today and more videos. I love you all ever so much, and from my rainbow healing heart to yours, Jeg elsker deg, which means I love you in Norwegian, and ha det. Bye.